Today we are going to look at Abraham, a great example of faith in the church. This is under what we call thematic samon. We'll begin by the definition of faith. When faith is mentioned, what comes to your mind? There are many definitions taken from different angles of life, but we'll look at two, maybe to get a picture. Faith is a conviction of truth, of anything, trust or confidence springing from that conviction. And then biblically, we have a definition that says faith is the evidence of things that are hoped for. Probably let me rephrase it again. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things that are not seen. That is Hebrews 11. Now, we looked at the element of hope being mentioned in the definition of faith. That is the hope being mentioned. Now, since hope is a desire with expectations, Romans 8:24-25, there must be some basis in reason to expect a desire to be realized, this basis of faith. Now, faith is the substance. We heard of that being mentioned. That is to say, thing put under or some structure or foundation. We also looked at, as we continue, since the things hoped for are not seen, yet they prove evidence that they exist is faith, we are convinced of the reality of things unseen by the truth or confidence we have in God. Now, consider someone we love, respect, and trust. He promises us something, a gift or a trip. We have not seen the promised thing, but we desire and expect it. Why? Because of the confidence we have in the integrity and the honesty of the person who has promised. We looked at the element of evidence. Evidence is there that there is. What evidence is there that there is Paris, there is London, that George Washington or Abraham really lived? Yeah, all these things happen to us. We believe them because we have faith that those who were before us really saw them. The other thing is, what is the necessity of faith? Why? The Bible says, we can look at the necessity of faith as that without faith it is impossible to please God. For he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is the rewarder of those who diligently seek him. Since by faith one obeys God by entering an approved relationship with him, by faith one lives an approved life. Galatians 5:6. Now, there is an element of trust when it comes to, there is an element of trust and confidence when it comes to faith. Conclusively on this topic, or rather another point to take note of, saving faith. We have different kinds or different degrees of faith. We have great faith, according to Matthew 8:10, strong faith, that is Romans 4:12, little faith, Matthew 14:30, weak faith, that is Romans 14:1, and dead, that is James 2:14. Now, for one to have a saving faith, it must be strong enough to obey God. That is Hebrews 5:9. It must not be just a mere conviction. Faith must be obedience. It must be combined with obedience to be that strong. We can look at Abraham. His faith was combined with obedience. He sacrificed his son. That is obedience. Faith without obedience is dead faith. Conclusively, as Abraham lived a life of faith, was tried, we too will be tried. 2 Peter 1:7. Our faith, having been proven well enough, will stand the hope and glory of God.